Thank you for joining us and welcome to our podcast with Evangelist Martin Orozco. We are going to start a new season which we have titled Teachings of Truth and Faith. Of course, based in God's Word. Our first episode is called Walking with God. The Bible in Micaiah 6:8 says, He has shown you, O man, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. God's desire is that we might walk with Him. Many times people think that to be a Christian means that God walk with me. In other words, wherever I go, God goes. But we are called to align our life to the life of God, not the other way around. We walk with God. In Amos 3:3 says, Do two walk together unless they have agreed to do so? The first aspect of walking with God is that we walk in His presence. In Matthew 28:20, God says, Never I will leave you, never will forsake you. Hebrews 13, and you can see Matthew 28:20. God has promised never to leave us. His presence is always with us. We can read in Psalm 139, 1 and 12. It says in Psalm 139, 1 to 12, the Word of God says, O Lord, you have searched me and know me. You know my sitting down and my rising up. You understand my thought afar off. You comprehend my path and my laying down, and are acquainted with all my ways. For there is not a word on my tongue, but behold, O Lord, you know it altogether. You have edged me behind and before, and laid your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is high, I cannot attain it. Where can I go from your spirit? Or where can I flee from your presence? If I ascend into heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, you are there. If I take the wings on the morning and dwell in the uttermost part of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me. The question, however, is not whether God is in our presence, but whether if we are walking in His presence. Blessed are those who have learned to acclaim you, who walk in the life of your presence, O Lord. Psalm 89:15. Are we walking in God's presence? Are we in God's presence each moment in our life? This is Teaching of Truth and Faith with Evangelist Martin Orozco. This is your podcast with Evangelist Martin Orozco. This season called Teaching of Truth and Faith with Evangelist Martin Orozco. And today's episode, Walking with God. Walking in His ways. Isaiah 2:4 says, Come, let us go up in the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob. He will teach us His way, so that we may walk in His path. Our walk with God is exciting daily experience. Seeking Him, Sovereign Lord has given me an instruct tongue to know the word that sustain the weary. He wakens me morning by morning. He wakens my ear to listen like one being thought. Isaiah 54. In this walking in his way, we need to seek him and we need to listen to him. Psalm 131:2 says, "But I have still and quiet my soul, like a weaned child with his mother. Like a weaned child is my soul within me." Listening to God as a child. We need to enjoy his presence when we walk in his ways. Psalm 27:4 says, "One thing I ask of the Lord, this is what I seek, that I might dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze upon the beauty of the Lord and to seek him in his temple." Yes, we need to seek him every day. We need to listen what he speaks to us, and we need to enjoy his presence. One thing I ask to the Lord, this I seek, that I dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life. The other thing we need to do to walk in his ways is following his footsteps. Job 23:11 said, "My feet have closely followed you. I have kept to your ways without turning aside." Walk step by step with God, with Jesus. And that will be our next session, walking with Jesus. You listening, Evangelist Martin Orozco, with teaching of truth and faith. Walking with Jesus. Whoever claims to live in him must walk as Jesus did. 1 John 2:6. Our manner to walk is walk the same way that Jesus did. How that would be possible in the 21st century? Remember, the teaching of Jesus are absolute teachings that they don't change on time. The same teaching that he lived with his life, we need to adapt them in our life in any circumstance of today's day. Follow him. In Luke 9:23 says, "Then he said to them all, if anyone will come after me, he must deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me." To walk with Jesus, to follow him, means to be yoked with him, align and have the same responsibility, the same compromise, the same obligations, the same rights that Jesus had. You need to be yoked with him. "Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." To be yoked with Jesus is to learn from him in all the ways of your life. He showed his character, gentle and humble in his heart, and that's the first thing that we need to be yoked to Jesus, to his person, to his character, to have his person in us. And that's the main yoke with which our heart need to be linked to the wave of Jesus' heart. And the consequence of this is we will have rest for our souls. Being yoked to Jesus means to have peace, the only peace that he can provide. This is Walking with God, brought to you by Evangelist Martin Orozco. In our new season, Teachings of Truth and Faith.